got the warden a ticket for the governor's ball.
Oh, great, but the warden can't dance.
You don't have to. It's a raffle.
How's your sick calf? Did you give him the pint of castor oil like I told you?
Sick calf? Shoot, I didn't tell you I got a sick calf. I told you I got a sick calf.
34 years reigning atop the television summit with an influence spreading across 97 countries, the end for the king of slapstick remains a poignantly bitter question mark. An icon who once held 21 million people in breathless anticipation each week suddenly collapsed following a single split-second decision. Was it truly due to a solitary scene overstepping the boundaries of public decency? Or was it the consequence of an underground purge as the times changed? What did those final frames contain that forced a legend to exit the stage to the world's collective astonishment? Let us reopen the files on the final days of a comedy empire to find the truth behind this controversial farewell. As society entered the final years of the 1980s, the cultural landscape in the United Kingdom began to undergo profound transformations. The powerful rise of the feminist movement, along with new standards of morality on television, placed Benny Hill's program at the epicenter of criticism.
You have anything?
Thank you very much.
Many cultural critics and social activists, most notably Mary Whitehouse, voiced fierce opposition to the program's content. They argued that Benny Hill's comedic situations were heavily steeped in sexism,
Madre mia.
and reduced women to mere objects for entertainment purposes.
Don't you raise your voice to me, do you hear me?
Comedian Ben Elton also became one of the most vocal critics, publicly denouncing the style of his predecessor. The contrast between a new generation of politically charged comedy and Benny Hill's traditional slapstick approach created a deep conflict of artistic perspectives.
And they're offering this year what must be one of the cheapest holidays on record this year. Great Britain.
Facing a rising tide of criticism, Benny Hill remained steadfast in defending his personal creative viewpoint. He maintained that within the sketches, women were always the ones who kept their dignity and decorum, while the men were the ones being made into laughing stocks. Nonetheless, the artist's efforts at vindication could not halt the shift in perception among a segment of the public. Humor once considered harmless was placed under a lens of harsh scrutiny, causing the show's prestige to begin showing signs of violent instability. The climax occurred in 1989 with a beauty pageant parody scene, regarded as the catalyst for the downfall. In this footage, Benny Hill played a host whose gestures and words were judged as indecent toward the contestants. The female cast in the scene appeared in revealing costumes combined with dialogue that was suggestive and crude by the new standards. This event created a fierce wave of protest from the audience, becoming the final straw for the station's leadership. The direct consequence of these controversies was a severe decline in viewership across the entire television system. From a record high of over 21 million viewers during the golden era, the show's ratings free fell to only about 9 to 12 million followers. Parallel to the audience's abandonment, production costs for each episode rose at a dizzying pace. Thames Television faced heavy financial pressure as the budget for each broadcast fluctuated between £450,000 and over £550,000, a staggering figure at the time. Benny Hill's health also began to show signs of serious decline due to work pressure and successive upheavals. He frequently encountered cardiovascular issues, while his excessive perfectionism drove the artist's spirit into a state of extreme tension. The relationship between Benny Hill and senior managers at Thames became more strained than ever following the negative feedback. Disagreements over artistic direction and concerns regarding brand image made the future of the program murkier than ever. Though he attempted to adjust some content to fit the times, his changes were judged as being too slow. The obsolescence of the old comedy style in the face of modern society's new trends pushed Benny Hill into an inescapable crisis of reputation. Many media experts contend that no single scene actually destroyed the show independently. It was the result of a long-term accumulation of factors involving moral controversy, economic pressure, and the shift in public taste. The decline in both quality and viewership numbers put an end to the confidence of advertising investors. Footage that once brought in massive profits now became a burden on the brand image for the parent unit in the new television era. That media crisis directly led to the decision to cease broadcasting permanently, opening a sad chapter in his final days. Death and legacy. In May 1989, a cruel turning point occurred when John Howard Davies, head of the light entertainment at Thames Television, summoned an emergency meeting. The session lasted a mere 10 minutes and put an end to the illustrious career of a top comedy star. The decision to cancel the program was made based on the reality of declining ratings, excessively high production costs, and the assessment that the main character looked tired on screen. The final episode of the hit series officially aired on May 1, 1989, in silence. The sudden dismissal caused a heavy psychological shock to Benny Hill, causing his spirit to collapse rapidly. From someone always busy with scripts, he fell into a state of loneliness, and his health began to take a turn for the worse due to heart disease. On April 20, 1992, the multi-talented artist drew his last breath at his private home in Teddington at age 68 due to coronary thrombosis. Sadly, his body was only discovered 2 days later while sitting in his familiar armchair. Benny Hill's passing left a large void in the hearts of loyal fans across the world. Even after his death, debates about his life and career continued to linger, especially concerning the massive fortune he left behind. To this day, information about his close associates still receives great interest from the public. Sue Upton, the longest-serving model with the program, is now 71 years old and still living in the Essex region, maintaining memories of the golden age. In 2025, Sue Upton's name appeared in the news once more regarding controversies over Benny Hill's £7.5 million will. She asserted that the late artist originally intended to share his assets with close friends and colleagues. In the meantime, Louise English, another prominent face of the supporting cast, is now 62 years old and continues her artistic activities. She participates in theatrical projects, performs in musicals, and takes part in entertainment shows at music venues across the UK. In contrast to the endurance of the ladies, most of the veteran male actors who once accompanied Benny Hill have passed away. Henry McGee died in 2019, Bob Todd died in 1992, and the petite co-star Jackie Wright also departed this world in 1989. His artistic legacy is still being preserved through reruns on the That's TV channel. Black and white and color footage from the last century still attracts a certain audience. Serving as a testament to the enduring vitality of classic slapstick comedy, his influence is also recreated through new documentaries, exemplified by the work The Cancellation of Benny Hill broadcast on Channel 5 in April 2025. The film deconstructed the hidden corners behind the show being killed off in regret. The theme music Yakety Sax maintains its status as a sound icon in global popular culture to this day. This melody is frequently used in short video clips and modern entertainment programs to create a boisterous and humorous atmosphere. While Benny Hill's career closed in regret, the journey from a milkman's son in Southampton to a top comedy star remains an inspiring story. Career turning point. Alfred Hawthorne Hill was born on January 21, 1924, in the port city of Southampton, England. Hailing from an ordinary family with a father and grandfather who had participated in circus performances, young Alfred early on displayed an innate talent for humor and frequently became the center of attention. In his youth, Alfred Hawthorne Hill was not interested in books and left school early to plunge into the struggle for a livelihood. He went through various manual labor jobs, from a stevedore to a dedicated milkman on horse-drawn carts along the small streets of his hometown. During his years as a milkman, Alfred Hawthorne Hill began observing the rhythm of daily life and accumulating real-world material. It was the awkward situations encountered while interacting with customers that gave birth to humorous ideas, creating a solid foundation for his later screenwriting mindset. His effort to enter the arts truly began when he decided to leave Southampton for London to seek opportunities. Alfred Hawthorne Hill accepted the lowest jobs in the logistics departments of theaters, from carrying props to supporting technical work behind the scenes. The first big opportunity appeared in 1942, like an arrangement of fate when a lead actor suddenly became drunk. Alfred Hawthorne Hill was asked to step onto the stage to fill the gap immediately, and that impromptu performance helped him garner attention. Nonetheless, his career was interrupted by World War II when he had to depart for military service. Alfred Hawthorne Hill was assigned to the Army Logistics Service and participated in the historic Normandy landings in September 1944 as a soldier. In the Army, instead of holding a gun to fight on the front lines, Alfred Hawthorne Hill was assigned to entertainment troops performing for soldiers. These field performances in deprived conditions helped him hone his ability for flexible improvisation and deeply understand crowd psychology. After being discharged, he returned to London and decided to change his name to Benny Hill to honor his idol, Jack Benny. The change of stage name marked an important turning point, helping the name Benny Hill become concise, memorable, and deeply reflective of the modern entertainment style of that time. Benny Hill began attacking the field of radio broadcasting, where he first debuted in the program Variety Bandbox in 1947. His ingenious ability to mimic voices and his clever construction of situations through sound helped the young artist quickly win the hearts of radio listeners. By 1955, Benny Hill officially made his debut on BBC television with a program bearing his own name. The shift from sound to image helped him maximize the advantages of his facial expressions and satirical physical actions. Beside the field of television, Benny Hill also branched out into cinema with impressive supporting roles in major films. Works such as Those Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang proved the diverse acting ability of the multi-talented artist. In particular, his role in the classic film The Italian Job in 1969 helped Benny Hill's reputation reach far beyond the borders of the United Kingdom. His appearance alongside A-list stars of the time confirmed his status not just as a comedian, but as a true cinematic face. In 1971, Benny Hill caused a great surprise when he achieved brilliant success in the field of music with the song Ernie. The song about the fastest milkman in the West dominated the #1 position on the UK charts throughout that Christmas season. The success of this song not only brought in massive revenue, but also earned Benny Hill the prestigious Ivor Novello Award in 1972. The fun melody and witty lyrics once again confirmed the magical connection between him and the public through childhood memories. Although possessing an ever-growing fortune, Benny Hill's daily life made many people astonished because of its extreme simplicity. He refused to buy a car, frequently walking or using public transport to move across the streets of London. After these effort-filled stepping stones, Benny Hill's appeal officially entered a brilliant new chapter. Years of persistence had laid a solid foundation, and he was now poised to transform from a hard-working entertainer into one of Britain's most recognizable and influential comedic figures. Golden Age. Benny Hill's career officially entered a new chapter when he decided to part ways with the BBC to move to Thames Television in 1969. This was a crucial milestone that allowed his program to access color television technology and more modern, professional production formats. At his new home, the program titled The Benny Hill Show quickly established unprecedented records for viewership. At its peak in 1971, statistical data recorded more than 21 million viewers in the United Kingdom simultaneously watching his broadcast episodes. This intense appeal brought Benny Hill the most prestigious awards in the contemporary entertainment industry. A year later, he was honored to receive BAFTA awards for Best Writer and Best Light Entertainment Performance, confirming his unique status on the airwaves. His name continued to receive international recognition when the program won the prestigious Rose d'Or Award in 1984 in Switzerland. Professional recognition, along with the warm affection of the public, turned Benny Hill into an irreplaceable pop culture icon of that time. Benny Hill's formula for success lay in his slapstick comedy style with an extremely fast pace, combined with sophisticated mime techniques. He utilized clever wordplay and sharp metaphorical situations to create multi-layered laughter for many types of audiences. An unmistakable characteristic was the live animation technique, with witty, fast-moving frames. This effect created a surreal, humorous world where characters moved at dizzying speeds, bringing a sense of excitement and novelty to viewers. The most iconic highlight in each episode was the chaotic chase scene taking place at the end of the program. This segment was always performed to the upbeat instrumental track Yakety Sax, a melody that has been associated with the name Benny Hill since 1969 until long after. Standing behind that brilliant success was the effective support from a dedicated and talented supporting cast. Faces such as Henry McGee, Bob Todd, or the petite star Jackie Wright joined Benny Hill to create seamless interactions, deeply engraved in the minds of fans. The troupe of beautiful young dancers and models named Hill's Angels, notably Sue Upton and Louise English, was also an indispensable part. They not only increased visual appeal but also directly participated in humorous situations, bearing a distinct personal mark. Not stopping at physical gags, Benny Hill also demonstrated excellent transformation talent through parody performances. He frequently impersonated famous movie stars and politicians, turning powerful figures into objects of light, satirical laughter. The program's influence went far beyond the borders of the United Kingdom when broadcasting rights were purchased in more than 97 countries. This widespread distribution not only promoted British comedic culture, but also brought in massive revenue for Thames Television. Financial reports recorded that The Benny Hill Show contributed more than £100 million to the production unit through the sale of rights. In the US market, the program achieved resounding success, becoming one of the most popular imported entertainment products in history. Benny Hill demonstrated his role as an all-around artist by directly participating in almost every stage of production. He not only starred, but also personally wrote the scripts, directed, edited the videos, and even composed short musical pieces for the program. Extreme perfectionism helped the episodes achieve a high degree of completeness in both content and visual technique. Benny Hill always maintained that his style was innocent humor, focusing on bringing pure joy to people of all classes. The program's reach was so powerful that many considered him an unofficial ambassador of British comedy globally. His performances became the standard for the sitcom genre, profoundly influencing many generations of comedians later on. The story of the program's conclusion has become a classic lesson in the media industry regarding the concept of cancel culture. It shows that the power of public opinion and the rapid change of social norms can topple any monument. Although criticized regarding gender issues, many modern cultural experts are beginning to reassess his works more fairly. They highly appreciate the image editing techniques and the physical acting ability without the need for dialogue of the artist. Benny Hill is still remembered as one of the pioneers who most strongly brought British comedy to the world stage. The combination of music, dance, and simple, laugh-inducing situations created a global entertainment formula. The controversies surrounding the program's content in 1989 are now viewed as an important part of television's developmental history. It marked the transition from free-spirited humor to content frameworks that were more controlled and socially sensitive. His austere personal life and lonely death remain a deeply moving subject for those researching his biography. The contrast between the laughter he brought to millions and his personal sorrow creates a haunting portrait of an artist. Benny Hill's career was a brilliant journey, but also full of bitter low notes, serving as evidence of the harsh movement of the times and ever-changing social standards. Even ending in controversy, the legacy of pure laughter and the immortal Yakety Sax melody will always remain an indelible part of world television history. If you are someone passionate about exploring the hidden corners of the backstage and the lives of showbiz legends, do not forget to subscribe to the channel right now. Please press like and leave a comment to share your perspective. Did Benny Hill truly deserve to be canceled or not? turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next fascinating stories. Thank you for watching.